Hey, welcome to the Busted Knuckle Garage. Repair and despair under one roof. Oh yeah. Alright. So, first episode, doing it on the 2001.5 Audi B5S4. And you can see here, barely. Hold on. Ugh. We're actually redoing everything in the front suspension and brake system. We want to make sure that this thing is going to be as safe as possible. You can actually see that I have the stainless steel line there. We swapped it out. We're going to hopefully be doing some drag racing. We're going to need to make sure our brakes are as stiff as possible. Going to go and allow us to obviously stop in a good amount of time before we hit the end. Not be good. So, we obviously took off the calipers. During that time, you can see here, I had to go and drill out the caliper in order to go and, unfortunately, take out the brass fitting for the brake line. Well, kind of fudged up the threads, and obviously I can tap it and, everything's going to be a-okay. But the issue is that obviously with something like this, there's a hole right in the middle for your brake fluid to come through. And behind that hole is your pistons. So yeah, there's obviously a bunch of metal shit beside, behind my pistons right now. So I have to, take this whole thing apart. The issue though is the rebuild kit for this is gonna take 4 months to come in. So nope, fuck that. We ain't doing that. So we went and bought new calipers. So let's go and take a look at them. Hey, it's way better. Way better. Now, from the factory or obviously, wherever this was rebuilt, there's some sort of coating on it. It looks like they probably did some sort of like self-etching primer with a little bit of grease all over the caliper. So what we're going to be doing, I use a degreaser or cleaner from Pour 15. I have a ton of Simple Green, but whatever. They give it to you, so it is what it is. I believe I do need to dilute this. It's like a 2-to-1 or a 3-to-1. I forget exactly what it is. But yeah, we have to go through that. Hopefully go and spray this thing down. Make sure it's nice and dry. Once it's nice and dry, I'm going to go and take the supplied tape and obviously tape up all the little bits. So things like the retaining springs here for your pads, all the hardware here, your bleeder screw, your inlet, shit like that. You want to go and tape all that up. And this thing is not light at all. Very heavy. You can see it's a dual piston design. It's, just the stock Audi B5S4 calipers. I kind of want to go and keep this car as stock as possible. You'll actually see, though, that from the factory, when it was cast, it has this lip on there. And I don't know. I kind of just want to go and, grind the whole thing off. Because it just doesn't look right. I want to make sure everything's just, nice and flush in the face of it. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's probably going to be tonight. It's still greasy. I can definitely feel it. So I have to go and hit it again with the greaser. And then, hopefully, going to start using some of the paint that we have here. Go and paint it. Calipers are going to be red. However, I actually did this to the rear calipers. I just never recorded it or anything of that kind. But yeah, you can see in there, got nice red calipers, rebuilt them, all new hardware, stainless steel brake lines. See if we can go and get a shot of that. It's probably gonna be some cobwebs. Yeah, there they are. Stainless steel brake line there. It's gonna be one over there. Hold on. Whoa.
And there's one right there for the caliper. We're all good. And there's definitely some rust that we have to go and kind of clean up down here as well. Nothing too bad, but, you know, definitely before we go and get this thing in, you know, snow or anything like that, I want to go through it with a wire wheel and then pour 15. That's why we have all that paint. Go and hopefully protect this thing as well as upgrading everything in it, suspension, safety, and then we get to play with all the fun stuff.
Ugh. All right. So, what we're going to go and do next, hopefully I'll have a new video up in the next couple of days, maybe going over some pieces of the actual painting process and everything of that kind. Pretty simple process. I don't think we have to go and really like dive into it, if you will, in terms of how to paint, why you should paint it with Pour 15. If you don't know what Pour 15 is, it's a rust inhibiting paint. So I mean, living in New England myself, yeah, it's one of those deals. You need it. So, anyways, all right, I'm probably gonna go and get suited up, start degreasing this shit, and yeah, we'll be back later with another video for fucking shits and giggles.